This video was requested by Sandy. She'd like to know how to do a pick up and knit. On this particular sweater, I did it in two places. I did it here. I picked up the stitches and then I knitted the sleeve instead of sewing the sleeve in. And also I picked up along the neck edge in order to finish the neck. Also, you can pick up and knit along the edge of a baby bonnet right there, which gives you a nice clean edge. Also in socks, they do a pick up and knit along the heel flap, as well as this particular hat design where you would pick up and knit along the edge, which I'll show this a little bit later. So for now, I'm just going to show a quickie of how the three different places I do it, depending on what I'm working on. If it's something I want that's really sturdy, like say around a sleeve, I do it through these vertical stitches here. If you look, you can see this. That's what you're going to go in with, but it'll be the first one. There's also, you can do it along this edge here, which works just the same. It's just not as sturdy, because when you do these and you pick them up, as you can see, they kind of pull loose, but we'll get into that a little bit later. To start with, I'd just like to show you how to do it. You pick up, or you insert your needle in the first V of your knit, yarn over and pull it through, and there you picked up your first stitch. Now you go to the next one, which is here, yarn over and pull it through. And once in a while when you're working on a pattern, you have to pick up less stitches than the amount you have knitted. In that case, you would skip one and go to the next. Now this will not show in your finished work. It may show right now, but it won't show in your finished product. I'll do one more. When I'm done, I'll show you the back of the two so you can see the difference. Now the next one I'm going to do is done along this top edge. It's not as sturdy, but in some cases that's all you need, again, because you don't want as thick of a seam. I always try to go through the knot and the stitch just below it. So I have a double stitch there also, which is a little more sturdy. Go there, same thing, you go to the next one, pull it through, go to the next one, and pull it through. Now, like with the hat I'm doing, I don't go through both of these when I do my hat. When I do my hat, I go between the knots. So I would go into this one, and I go into this one between the knots, because there's not that much stress on that particular stitch. Now let me show you what it looks like on the back. You see, when you do them all in the same row, you get a nice, really pretty finished look. Or same here, if you go on the outside edge and keep going on the outside, you still get the nice finished roll. Now if you look at the back, you can see this one has a little bit thicker edge because you went through the V instead of the edge. Now when you do these other two, it's a lot thinner, and you can actually see it's not quite as thick. So it depends on what kind of inside look you want. Now this was the hat I was telling you about, where I normally pick up right here. When I do it, I pick up between the knots. So there's the knot, so I pick up here. Here's the knot, so I pick up here. I pick up here, 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 here. So when you look at it, on the inside, it's a very, very, very narrow, thin seam. When you pick it up through the V's, like I did here, you can see it's a lot thicker type of a seam. So it just depends on what kind of a seam finish on the inside you're looking for. Both work well. You just have to make the decision.